demographic changes can present a host of opportunities for new ventures. And we're going to examine that as we begin our discussion on macroeconomic forces and think about the impact that can have on you as the entrepreneur. When we talk about macroeconomics, we're talking about the vast number of influencing factors that go on within an economy. We'll discuss needs and wants of target audiences. We can also think about changing demographics and psychographics, as well as changes in technology, in society, and politics and regulations. So it's all 6 of these factors that we'll dig into as we explore macroeconomic change as part of the Opportunity Analysis Canvas. Our definition of demographics are simply the characteristics of the population that provides insights to where opportunities exist within markets. It also gives us insights on how to develop appropriate business and marketing strategies to target those customers. And when we look at firms that are out there, we can learn a little bit about their demographics. Here, this report looked at Pinterest, one of the more common online platforms. Within the Pinterest audience and user base, the annual household income is over $100,000. 50% of its users have children. 68% are female. The age demographic is broad, with the bulk of them being between 18 and 54, but the highest concentration is between 25 and 34, with a secondary concentration between 35 and 44. So these are the types of data that companies want to be smart on as they're determining where opportunity may rest, or in time, who is their audience and how can they better serve and market to that target audience. There are many demographic changes going on within the U.S. Things like an aging population, increasing ethnic diversity, a society challenged by obesity, are all things that are opportunities for entrepreneurs. There may be opportunities in developing assisted living centers. There may be opportunities in foreign language radio and media. There may be opportunities in weight control and other apps, as we've seen the rise of in recent years on fitness and health-related apps. And common questions for entrepreneurs that are directly based on demographics are things like the purchasing power and residences, means of transportation, age, family status, leisure activities. Other elements get layered into this as well are things like income and gender and education. All things that are important to know and understand as you are either looking for opportunities or trying to understand the audiences that you're trying to serve. There are many different resources that are available as well. Here are a number of databases that we have access to within the university and that you have access to as well. In this case, with American Fact Finder and the State and County Quick Facts, they are US-centric. But what you also may find is very comparable resources in other regions of the world that are largely developed by the government and or other special interest groups or associations that give you insights into the market opportunities and into the demographics of the markets that you might be interested in serving. The types of data that you find when you look at this kind of research is typically immense. So I started geographically by looking at a local area to our university in Bethesda, Maryland. And I can look at population density. I can look at age, race, households, housing tenure, and a variety of different factors based on the sheer number of individuals that comprise that individual group, as well as the percentage distribution of those factors across these populations. And I can do this for the majority of major cities in the US. I can do this for every state. I can do it nationally, simply by picking my parameters when I'm looking, in this case, within the American Fact Finder site. I can dig a bit deeper and look at other data. I can look at elements of education and graduation rates at various levels, and graduation rates within certain ages, and poverty levels and the median earnings at different levels of education. So you can look at data individually, or you can cross-filter data where you can look by race, by population age, by degree, by income, and look deeper and deeper into data as you're trying to, again, identify opportunities or understand your target audiences. I can also look at employment within the area, and I can go in and I can see what industries are individuals employed within, both in sheer number as well as percentage distribution. I can look at the median earnings per industry and see who makes what based on the category of employment that they're within. So a wealth of data is out there. Government data. This is a bit different. The Center for American Progress, and this is one of many different centers in the US that research such data. And I can pull demographics from these kinds of research as well. In this case, this was a piece of work that was done that looked at the workplace wage gap, health, educational attainment, political leadership, and other factors. Based on their reporting, they're finding a representation of women in the US at 50.8%, approximately half, and that 36% of that group are women of color. They've also looked at poverty and see a wide distribution at between 10 and 26% of those women are living in poverty, and they've diversified it based on ethnicity as well. They've looked at education, they've looked at income, they've looked at health insurance, and a variety of other factors, which, again, at this stage gives simple insight into understanding the space and understanding the market and understanding demographics within that. But we as entrepreneurs can look beyond that and see where there's opportunity to do training, where there's opportunity to do workforce development, where there's opportunity to do education or other factors that may play a role in trying improving the state of some of these areas. And so in that way, again, as we look at demographics, it's not purely to look at it for general knowledge. In our context, we want to look at it to think about where we can see opportunities, where we can bring new factors to bear, or where we might be able to help solve some of the problems that are being faced. And so in summary, we want to understand demographics and that it provides us insights into where opportunities exist, and even more importantly, where they may exist in the future. It also gives us insights in how to develop appropriate business and marketing strategies to target the customers that we want to focus on. By examining these demographic trends, ideally, it gives us insights into evolving needs and wants, where we can anticipate where we can play a role as entrepreneurs and where we can forecast market opportunities in the future.